Alright, so there we are. Just gonna start crafting that for 6 minutes. You know what, I'll do more. 7 minutes, you know what, I'll do all of it. Just to kind of get that done. Alright, food stuff goes there. Let's grab. Right, so my own connection drops. That was weird. That was peculiar. Waiting for server. 2100s. Alright, so back in again. That was odd. What's up, Slate? My, I just disconnected for a while. Seemed weird to me. Just had a connection drop, and yeah. Yeah, I actually think it was my own connection that dropped, really. Like, it seemed that way. Alright, so we're gonna do that for a while. That's still burning, still have plenty of fuel. Copper. Don't really have enough copper to justify running the forges. I do, however, have some iron. Iron nuggets, yes. Those are running again. Actually, I had it a couple of times now where my connection just drops. I don't know why. It's only for a little while. Yeah, that must be it. It's probably it. That is probably the root cause of it. The destruction of servers. They can't handle the awesome. Minute and something. Alright, so maple seeds. You know what? So I'll grab that up towards the base. So how are you doing, Slade? Saw you in the Kane's chat. It's on there for a little bit. Didn't actually stick around. Still gonna get some streaming done tonight. So if I just get, well, if I stop at 1, then I'll be there. That's how it goes for me. 5, you know, it's iron. Hey, Jag. Hey, Jag. Hey, Cole. You done with the stream? Oh, and yeah. By the way, was it actually the underwater weapon? Because the ranging showed as 30 meters. And I think that weapon has almost like a maximum ranging for 30. I'm not sure actually how far away it goes, but yeah. It's kind of what it looked like. Alright, so I'm gonna chuck all of that in there. Then I'm gonna go batshit crazy. Wait, what the what? Did I? Okay, I did some crazy. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, I know of the gun. I used it in the past. Early Arma 3 days, I did actually use that a bit, but yeah, since not used it. Alright, so just queue in some let's see, some crap. Alright, so no copyrights. Actually, I should probably grab a couple of torches. One of these days, I'm hoping to fix the rock crusher. This actually gives me the appropriate yield for whatever I'm doing. But so far, haven't really found a good way to fix it. So I'm still stuck on whatever I'm doing. And gravel is no longer a problem with this thing. Just gonna hope that could actually find some useful stuff down here, but so far, no luck. Let's gravel from above. That looks kind of promising and menacing at the same time. All of the aforementioned. Let's see, that was there. Alright. Finally have the fuel for this one. I can now afford to go a little bit crazy with the auger. It's too long between each time, really. Oh, by the way, I had a pretty cool stream today. Pretty talkative stream today. Dodged that like a champ. Had Redman and Redman, Coleman Redman, yes. Awake, I am. This person is totally awake. Had Rednecked Gamer in my channel, as well as CBT the Greats. Had some interesting conversations. Made me a little bit annoyed that I actually had to go to work, stop stream and the chatting. What, the conversation? Oh yeah. Yeah, it spanned quite a few different subjects about how we might actually get to a place where we don't actually have to work, like a jobless society. Like there's gonna be no steady jobs for anyone, and more of like string of jobs here and there now and then. Like, yeah. Basically, it'll free us up to do whatever we want. So, I mean, this is some future thinkers, like ideas, or not ideas, but it's their predictions of one possible future. And I don't know. I think the work is so integral to whole wide array of people. Like, in some cases the work defines the man or the woman, and for people to actually then enter a society where there's no longer a need to work, or there's no longer any work, like you get paid to just live your life, do whatever you want. I think for some that might actually be a society that they would like, but I mean, not worried. Not for a second there. I forgot how dangerous this is, me and auger. But, I mean, in theory, you could say that raising children nowadays could be tricky. Simply because of the fact that, like, most people are working a lot. Well, of course. I mean, I don't actually think that we'll be seeing it this week or in the next 5 years. What some of the experts are thinking is actually about 20 years down the line. And I don't know. It's one possible outcome. But the problem that they foresee is, of course, that it's like there is a social stigma for not working in society today. And with people working, well, mom and dad working jobs. Child raising can actually be like a tricky thing to do. If you look at it this way, that you're suddenly freed up to kind of care for your children more, then some of these, well, some of the child raising whatever issues will kind of go away because you're freed up. Okay, that's annoying. Tungsten. Because you now suddenly have the time to properly take care of your children. Like in the past, dad worked, mom stayed at home. It's not that way anymore. Like, it's changed. I suppose one of the kind of what should we call it? One of the ways they kind of saw it, this actually working, would be like the rich being taxated for their funds and whatnot. But then again, you could put it this way: it might actually be unfair for the rich that they're kind of supporting the rest of mankind in a sense. I don't know if I agree with it or not. I mean, I do think that some people will try and find work no matter what. What? Why is that shit downloading? Miscreate is having a 6 gig patch and it's actually started updating while I was playing. That might actually be why I lost connection earlier. Either way. But I think most of this generation and the previous generation would kind of resist this, or if they wouldn't actually adhere to this, because yeah, people are used to working, and as I said, it's still a social stigma not to work, not to contribute to society in some way or form. And I think it was actually in Japan. If you're on well, if you basically don't have a work, there are actually community centers where you could still learn stuff or contribute in some way to your local community. I suppose. That's why a lot of tech companies are in Ireland, for instance. To dodge, well, to make more money, basically. And it kind of makes sense, though. I mean, I do think that there's a layer of greed in all of us. Just depends on how deep it runs. My oldest sister's husband, he decided, well, he actually became a teacher and decided that that's actually not what I want to do. He's now pursuing a career in healthcare. And one of the students there, he had a couple of millions on his bank accounts. And in the cafeteria where the students could eat their lunch and whatnot, there, like, end of the day, if there was like any bakery goods like waffles or whatever, they would put that out there for students that didn't actually have that much money. And this rich guy actually grabbed all of those to bring back home to his wife because, well, to quote him, his wife liked waffles, not giving a shit about the other students that perhaps could not afford that shit. I don't get that. I mean, and he basically, well, I don't even know what the correct term is. I'm just gonna keep referring him to, well, his name is Thor. I'll just, yeah, refer to him as Thor. My sister's husband. He basically said that, well, we who are poor, we don't actually like harbor money or whatever. We don't save in that way. I mean, if we have money, we spend it on the people that we love. So yeah. Wow. That is insane. Well, I mean, that will always be a thing until we can all agree that's not a good system. And there's always going to be this country that's ruled by some individuals that could either be bots or, well, have their own little thing that they want to have left alone and just give the finger to the rest of the world. It's always going to be like that. I'm curious if there's more here. Oh, this looks promising and freaky at the same time. When did I get here? When have I been here digging? Seriously. What? Alright, well, let's get to work. Well, I mean, it's never made sense to me, like the economy. Fact that there's so many people that carries the, well, the majority of the funds, a few people, a few percentage of people that carries all the other stuff, or carries all the other funds for everyone else, and they're not really consuming that much compared to what we, the, well, not rich class consumes. I mean, we're spending way more than they are. Combined, of course. Boy. So yeah. What's up, OL? Let's see, I am actually kind of making progress, sorta. Sorta. I'm actually still here for iron, but I'm grabbing everything but. So. Gravel, even though I don't need it. So, yeah, I haven't actually heard any news of when Alpha 13 is going to drop. I mean, last I heard was Silvera saying that it was going to be the 17th. In which case, I'll be, well, deep in Fallout 4 territory. Probably still set up the server, though, but probably still be playing Fallout 4. Depending on, well, the stability patches. Bugs. But it's one of the main or biggest mainstream games that's coming out this year. Well, I mean, Fallout 4 is due on the 10th. So, and if Silvera is correct that it's going to be dropping, or Alpha 13 is dropping the 17th, that's a no-brainer. I haven't actually finished off the game in that time. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's as I said, if Silvera is right, then Alpha 13 drops 17th. And Fallout 4, well, we'll be dropping on the 10th. And in that case, I mean, I don't actually have any work that day, and I'm probably gonna strive not to have any work that day. So yeah. So I mean, I've had my fair share of Alpha 12.5 with mods and everything. So when Fallout 4 comes, I'm out for the time being. Cinnabit Slade. So my deadline is basically the 10th. I'm gonna try and be done with the tower by the 10th. So yeah, and we'll see what happens after that. Oh, by the way, well, have you been in contact with Nixon? I kind of half expect him to be putting together the new computer. He said something about doing it today, I think. Because he said he wasn't going to do it on the Arma session, obviously. I did install a new graphics card same day as Arma, but that was kind of because, well, couldn't really sit around waiting for that performance right there and then. So I installed it, and yeah. I suppose. But is he doing SSD RAID, or is he doing like regular SATA? Watching his woods, what? Ah, right, yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. I was actually running two SSDs in raids for a while. Did get a minor boost. Not insane though, but still pretty decent. Okay, I just know there's gonna be gravel up there somewhere. And it's gonna crush me and my backpack, and I'm gonna be sore about that. Alright. No, time's not a killer. Gravel's a killer. And now the textures are bugging out for me as well. What? Whatever. So, how was your stream, Gwen? Did you actually get a lot of viewers? I did end up hosting you, but I basically just went straight to bed after that, so I didn't actually get to watch all that. 4 discs? Right. Alright. Yeah, I mean, it kind of varies how many people are streaming, like, Sunnyside. Like, right now, I think it is, let's see. I mean, some nights you actually have, like, almost 20 people streaming it, but there's, like, tonight's misunderstood. She's been around for a while. Juvenile Crafting's been around for a while. So is Frankie as well. And the other names I don't really recognize. Frankie the Ghoul, I've been in his stream a couple of times. Juvenile Crafting is pretty well known. And same as misunderstood, she's been playing for ages. So there's a lot of people that I've never actually seen. 4 times 4 gigabytes. Nice. Wow. Yeah, I was actually talking to Crank about his rig. It was running two R9 295X2 cards. Yeah, I figured terabytes, not gigabytes. I didn't even see that. I just assumed that was terabytes. Anything else would be kind of ludicrous, unless we were talking about memory. But yeah, Crank has a crazy machine. He has 2 SSDs at 500 running in RAID. And he has 2 1 terabyte SSDs running in RAID, I think it was. And in addition, he's running same CPU as I am, the 4790K. It's not overclocked yet, but he might at some point. And I think it was 64 gigs of memory, thereabouts. And 2 of those dual cards. I mean, I basically bought one of his old cards, which is the R9 295X2, which is basically one card which is water cooled, which has 2 GPUs on it, so, or 2 chips basically. Ooh, nasty. Right. Yeah, I'm not one of those people that really dwell into backups. I mean, I have the most important stuff on external hard drive. But I could probably, my backup routine kind of leaves something to be desired. I don't really back up stuff. I mean, I have a couple of files which I move between computers. That's a bad idea. Gonna do it anyways, because why not? But I mean, all my save games are, well, most of them anyways, are on Steam, and at least the ones I care about. Everything else, I don't really give a shit about. If they're lost, I don't care. Yeah, cloud storage is the way to go, really. I mean, there's so many providers out there now. Like, you can't toss a rock out into interwebs and not hit like some kind of cloud storage system, be it well, Mega or Dropbox or Jola or whatever these things are called. I don't even remember half of these. There's basically a ton of them, and yeah, they all pretty much do the same thing. You could even spread them out between different ones just for redundancy or just more space, really. What? Okay. Is that massive block connected to anything bad? Probably is, but just disregard it for now. Blend tree iron, wow. It's not a whole lot. Bet you moan about